What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, and I'm back to start a special series. I wanted to give a big shout out to champion and friend of the channel, Philip. Philip from Scotland has become, one of my favorite people in recent times. Just a lot of great opinions about music, a lot of great perspectives on, themes and ideas, and I would say life itself. And also a very generous and helpful fellow who has allowed me to access a lot of material and go on deep dives or extend deep dives beyond what could have happened by this point, let's say naturally. So once again, wanted to give a massive shout out to Philip. I really do appreciate you, not only musically but on a personal level. So he had an idea to do a series of reactions where I go into it essentially blind, which is, it's interesting. I've come to enjoy reacting to tunes that I'm hearing for the first time, whereas when I first started reactions, it was like, I'm only going to talk about music that I know quite well, like punk rock and techno, and, an occasional Depeche Mode tune, excuse me, that I've known for many, many years. But not only have I come to enjoy reacting to music that I haven't heard before, sometimes when I do reactions, especially for a song I know and I've known for a long time, let's say a Depeche Mode tune or a punk rock track, I don't want to say I feel pressure, but I feel like the weight of obligation to give it the appropriate conceptual treatment it needs. And so sometimes I gotta I feel like I have to make sure, like, did I talk about it right? Or, if I didn't talk about it right, should I maybe do another video? Like, I get a little bit sort of anxious about I have to make sure I'm providing the right perspective, or at least some sort of insight, or at least, reasonable information before the reaction. So the idea of just kind of jumping straight into reaction without context, without background, and without really knowing what I'm going to hear is an exciting idea, and I've sort of very much warmed to that sort of approach. So again, Philip has put a number of tunes in a folder. There were one or two when I looked at it where it's like, there was one who, it was a person who collaborated on Future Past with Duran. I was like, wait, I think I recognize that name. But by and large, I looked at, I glanced across a number of the tunes, don't recognize the artist name, the track name. They're just a number of tunes that I have no idea about. And we're going to start with the first one here. So yes, this is the first in what we're going to call the Lucky Dip series. Just kind of dip in, see what you get, and check it out. So the first track that we're going to listen to is called Say Something, and it's by A Great Big World. So I've never heard of this artist or the track. Say Something. I'm intrigued by the phrase. It's, the idea of, articulate whatever you're feeling or thinking, make your mark verbally, and let your opinion be known. So yeah, we'll see how that manifests, but again, I won't spend too much time even speculating about the titles, just because it'll be interesting just to dive right in and see what this is. So here we go. This is A Great Big World, and the tune is Say Something. Oh, we've got piano.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'll be the one if you want me to. Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I'm feeling so small.
Sort of spoken song.
It was over my head. I know nothing at all. And I will stumble and fall. I'm still learning to love, just starting to crawl. Say something, I'm giving up on you.
It's got a good voice.
I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. will swallow my pride. You're the one that I love, and I'm saying goodbye. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. And anyway, I followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Piano is just insistent.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. Say something.
There's a lot of emotional weight to that track. Interesting though, in that the Sonics felt ascendant. They felt sort of purifying or cleansing, and yet the message seemed to be like a relationship that couldn't make it. The narrator is saying that he couldn't get there. He couldn't make it work. It didn't become what it might have. It didn't flower. It wilted. So yeah, it's an interesting combination of the tone feels like reaching for something great, but the lyrics are like that. You fell short and it didn't become what it might have. So really interesting. Once again, shout out to Philip, just in general and specifically for this idea and this playlist, which he made the point that even if I were to do one, I think it was like once a week or something, that we already have enough tunes in the folder to go multiple years. So very much looking forward to that. I'm going to try to do it at a bit more of a faster pace than that. Regardless, I do very much appreciate, let's say, the Christmas present and the origin or the unfolding of this playlist. So yeah, let me know what you think of this tune. Let me know if you're familiar with this group. Again, I really enjoyed his voice when he let it go and kind of really climbed to the heights. The other lines where he was doing a spoken delivery, it felt more like deliberate in terms of setting the mood. It was less about like the actual kind of vocal quality of those lines, and it was more about conveying the sort of like the timid sense of like pain, perhaps in the failure of the relationship. Regardless, once again, shout out to Philip. Let me know what you think of this tune. I will see you next time. Peace.